Welcome back to Primetime News. Special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com.
A reminder as well that you can download our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That's the number 1 followed by the word Spot and Media.
Both business and consumer confidence have declined marginally for the first quarter of 2017.
That was revealed today as the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, JCC, presented the latest survey on business and consumer confidence in Kingston.
Market Research Services does the survey for the JCC. TVJ's Vashon Brown has more.
Remember when the results of the survey were published for the last quarter of 2016? Business and consumer confidence were at historically high levels. Now the figures are in for January to March 2017, and both business and consumer confidence have declined marginally. Don Anderson, who is the Managing Director of Market Research Services, says it is too early to say what this means. In fact, Mr. Anderson points out that trend is what is important and not a single indicator at a point in time.
We need to look at the next quarter to see if in fact this first quarter is but a blip or the beginning of something different and something perhaps not as good.
Despite the fall in confidence, businesses have maintained a strong level of optimism about the economy. There were lots of talk about taxes in the previous quarter, and specifically business taxes. Most of the businesses surveyed expect business taxes to increase.
But perhaps more importantly, businesses did not feel that this was going to be a negative pressure on them, especially if there is a concomitant relaxation of the blockades that they feel exist for the execution and the carrying out of businesses.
In terms of consumer confidence, Mr. Anderson says the decline is troubling but not a cause for alarm. Consumers remained positive for all of 2016. They were still pretty confident for the first 3 months of 2017, but not as confident as last year. So Don Anderson has a theory.
It suggests to me that the consumers are perhaps beginning to lose patience with the pace at which their expectations are being realized. It's a bold statement to make in the absence of the second quarter data. The second quarter data will obviously tell us whether this is true or not.
But again, we'll only know whether that is so when the second quarter figures become available. Mr. Anderson also says consumer spending plans are down. They're less optimistic about their income expectations. Consumers still expect growth in the economy, but at a slower pace. Over the years, consumer confidence has been supported by remittances.
Because there's a higher number of persons and a higher incidence of persons who are saying, we are using remittances to maintain ourselves on a daily basis. General household expenses.
That means there's a greater number of people saying they're not able to save the money they get. Vashon Brown, TVJ News.